Hello. It's me. It feels so weird.
Hello.
It's me. So it's Tuesday the 28th. We've made it down to the south after 8 or 9 hours driving. We're quite literally in the middle of nowhere right now. We've crossed into a different time zone, so we've gone ahead 45 minutes. So it is now roughly 12 o'clock at night. We have made fire. This is Paige. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
This is our sick fire.
Five.
Quite proud of that. I don't really know what to say, to be honest.
Well, what have we been doing today?
Driving. Literally driving. We had a productive morning, I suppose. We got up at 9?
8:30.
8:30. We were up at 8:30. We showered, had something to eat.
Yesterday we had the first shower in 4 days.
4 days.
And today we washed our hair.
It felt so good. You have no idea. It makes you appreciate these sort of things when you're back home. You don't realise how lucky we are, I suppose, to have everything at our disposal whenever we want. Even though Dad gets pissed off at us having a shower at 12 at night. At least we can. We've just been wet wiping ourselves, I suppose. It's not the greatest. But yeah, we had something to eat, we showered, washed some clothes. Paige hung out a makeshift washing line here in the van where our clothes dried out all day as we drove. Cleaned the van out and then set off for a long day of driving. Pretty much straight roads. Gets quite boring. We're pretty much living off eggs, beans and toast and Cocoa Pops, which are now gone, so it's down to
And PB&J
yeah,
sandwiches.
peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Love it. Well, that's all we've got for the morning until we get something more. We have until Sunday to make it to Sydney, which I think we'll do in enough time. The last couple of days have been good. We haven't really been able to stop anywhere though, because we've just been driving through the days. Oh yeah, we had a real big problem with the van turning on. The key just would not move in the ignition. It'd take about 500 turns, literally like that, to try and get the key to turn in the ignition. Until Paige, and well done for it, cleaned the key, which I didn't think of doing. It now works first time every time. Thank God.
Instead of sitting there for 10 minutes.
We were wondering if we were going to have to call the rental company and say, look, give us some money back or some shit. The petrol prices here are ridiculous. The last stop we made just before we got to this spot now, per litre it was $1.70, which is ridiculous. The cheapest we've had is what, 115?
Something like that,
Yeah, I think the cheapest we've had is 115. But when you're out in the middle of nowhere, can't really do
Don't
much.
see anything for a good.
Yeah, you don't have
3
much
hours.
choice either. There's only one petrol station in like 150 kilometres. Can't take your chances really.
Everyone waves to you.
Yeah, as you're driving along, this is the one thing I do love about Australians. They're so nice. They are genuinely so nice. Even as you drive along, as you pass someone, they will always stick their hand up to you. It's quite nice. I think people back home need to seriously take a leaf out of the Aussies, but because their service is brilliant. Even at that petrol station the other day, we asked the attendant where the closest supermarket was. So she got her phone out and she tried to direct us. And there's a woman standing behind her.
That woman at the petrol station, she's only been here 2 weeks as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The attendant was only here for 2 weeks, but she still tried to give us a hand. But there was a customer behind us. Lovely little lady. I think she only overheard like half of our conversation because she walked in sort of halfway through.
She must have asked the woman.
Yeah, we think she asked the woman who works at the station what we were on about. Considering we're sat in a big green and purple juicy rental van, can't miss us. Yeah, so we were sat in the van just about to make our way, and she came out and she said, would we like her to direct us? Which we were shocked by, to be honest, because you wouldn't expect it from anyone. You definitely wouldn't get that at home. So we followed her and she indicated to show us the way. Legend, really. It was quite helpful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's really nice here. Puts you in a good mood.
And I like, you know when people are waving to you and that? It's nice. It's
I
like,
can see you.
because we're on such long roads, and like, some people might be driving on their own.
Mm.
It's like, oh, hi, like, you're not forgotten about sort of thing. We're all here together.
Yeah. Everyone knows the struggles of driving the long roads here. It's just nice to see a friendly face every now and then, I suppose. Not that you see them for long, you're just passing by, but
No, it's nice, isn't it?
yeah. Tomorrow we should actually get into Adelaide. Still, I don't know, about 1,500 kilometres. We're almost halfway there, I suppose. It gets really cold at night, like really cold.
It's so peaceful.
I think I'm getting slightly ill from the cold nights. I've got a sore throat, sneezing like there's no tomorrow. What did you say?
It's so peaceful.
Yeah, it is peaceful as here.
Peaceful as.
Right now, apart from this fire, you cannot hear a single thing. Nothing. It is total silence. Oh, actually, it weren't last night that no, the night before last, we thought we were heading the right way, and we went completely the wrong way and ended up going further inland when we should have been driving by the coast. So we stopped, took a look at the map, and decided to take a shortcut through to the highway that we should have been on.
What was meant to be a shortcut.
Yeah, what was meant to be a shortcut. It actually turned out to be about 3 hours long, driving down a gravel track for 3 hours, dodging potholes the whole way, which I usually find fun, but after 3 hours it gets a bit tedious. So after I finally met the road that we were supposed to be on, I got out and swapped with Paige. But as I got out, I looked up and the sky honestly was the best thing that I have ever seen. The most beautiful thing that I have ever seen. It was like Paige described the other day on Facebook. It's just like a black canvas just flicked with white dots. It was stunning. And we both just stood there for a minute or two, just looking up. Because I genuinely don't think I've ever seen anything so beautiful in my life, other than her. And we got to where we were going. It was just as beautiful, wasn't it? We stood there for a good 5-10 minutes in total silence, just looking at the stars. But every time we both look up, we think of you guys back home, because we know Phil, Mum, you guys love the stars just as much as we do. And we wish you could see it the way we are right now. I wish I had a decent camera to take photos of how good it looks. It's amazing. In the last 2 nights, not including tonight, I've seen 7 shooting stars.
Oh, babe, you didn't tell me about the kangaroos.
Oh yeah, we saw 2. Well, they were babies, really, weren't they? They looked infant. 2 kangaroos as we were driving through the gravel track, just hopping along in front of us.
Looking back every now and then.
Yeah, to checking to see how close we were. It was quality.
And they stopped and went in the bush, but they looked at us before they went in and had the cutest little face, didn't they?
Yeah. They've got like rabbit faces, haven't they?
A funny face.
Rabbit faces with donkey butts. Just with 2 legs, just bounding along. Saying that, they're the only 2 kangaroos that we've seen dead in the middle of the night.
Live ones, anyway.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of dead ones on the road.
What else? Seen eagles.
Eagles, yeah, we've seen a bit. Not as much as we thought we'd see, though.
2 eagles in the sky, and I saw one. Was it today?
Yeah, perched up.
Sat on the side of the road. He was just sat there, and then as we got closer, he like flapped his wings out.
I am here.
Yeah.
I am king.
That's it. Nothing more to go on the fire.
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Pokey stick.
No, keep that, because we can use that to try and put it out a bit. Because we can't leave that going. I'll need that in the morning. I made the best fire I've ever made tonight. Don't really know what else to say tonight.
the trippy lights in the road.
Oh yeah, you did.
No, you did. I'm going to roll the fag. Can you pass me?
Driving down the 90-mile road. Because it's a straight road, and you can see someone coming on the opposite direction for miles. But I think as it got really dark, the first vehicle that we saw was, well, the lights were so bright, weren't they?
Yeah, they obviously had their beams on.
It started off as like a tiny bright dot in the sky.
Like a star.
Looked like a star. I thought it was a star. And as we got closer to it, the light got brighter and bigger and turned into like 4 lights.
Like, it was shape-shifting, weren't it?
Yeah. And it was quite hard to figure out what it was. We were both squinting our eyes trying to figure out what it was that was coming towards us. What it was,
where it was, how far it was, where in the road it was, whether it was in the road or not.
At one point it looked like it was coming towards us in our lane.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, I started to slow down, to be honest. Yeah, it was weird. It was strange. You could just see it coming from miles.
We wondered whether it was aliens.
Yeah, we had a conversation about aliens landing in the road and what we would do. I'd personally get out of the car and go and investigate. Paige would stay in the car.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be surprised at that, though.
Oh, that was like my mum's laugh, wasn't it?
Definitely. Right, well, I'm going to sign off for tonight at least. We'll be back tomorrow with...
We didn't even tell them what the light was.
Oh, shit, yeah. Well, it was a truck. A big truck. They're called road trains.
They're like 2 lorries long.
Like the typical lorries that you see on American movies and stuff. They're like that. They're massive. But they drive faster than we do.
They do actually, don't they?
I had one stuck up my arse yesterday. Doing like 110. I don't know why I didn't pull over. It's because you were asleep. I didn't want to wake you up.
Nothing going to wake me up.
But I had to keep like going faster because it was getting so close to my arse. All in all, we are well. Enjoying it so far.
Yep. Surviving. Living. Breathing. Not stinking yet.
No, not after a lovely shower. 2 showers.
2 lovely
one
showers.
last night and one this morning. Milking it.
Full on milking it.
I had a shower for like 15 minutes last night. Didn't want to get out. It was so cold though.
Yeah. That hot water was well nice.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, we shall be back tomorrow with more. Ciao.